Just last week, Superintendent Jon Fernandez returned from a trip to Washington, D.C., where he met with federal officials.
We were there to meet with officials of the U.S. Department of Education on both our consolidated grant, which is our annual grant that we get every year. It's about $25 million comes into Guam. And we use those funds to support many of our programs in our schools.
He spent a few days reviewing this grant and discussing how these investments could better align with GDOE's strategic plan.
Then we also took a chance to meet with our risk management services officials at the department to talk about our high-risk status.
GDOE has been under high-risk status since 2003 and has been working with a third-party fiduciary since 2010, which means GDOE pays $3 to $4 million for this service per year. Fernandez said he is working aggressively to change this.
In some areas, we're pretty much ahead of where we want to be. So in those areas, we'll be moving towards local control. And that means that we'll be operating those activities, and the third party will be monitoring and providing some oversight. There are some areas where we're further behind, where the third party will continue to execute our activities.
A detailed plan was developed to prepare GDOE staff before a visit by federal officials this coming summer. The visit will determine whether GDOE will begin taking on functions from the third party.
Now, the reality is, from the year 2000 to today, we've gone from an agency that was unauditable to an agency with clean audits on the financial side and on the compliance side. We've moved from an agency that had $2 million in question costs to a measly amount of $2,000, and that's really a tiny amount given the fact that we're a $250 million agency.
With the improvements that GDOE has made over the past few years, as well as a positive reception during the last meeting in D.C., Fernandez hopes that GDOE's high-risk status will be reconsidered and local control return to the department. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.